Source TV here with Phil Olson, the speaking director for Character Counts here at the Sioux Empire Fair. Thanks, Phil, for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Well, in our visit the other day on the phone, it sounded like you had a tremendous amount of kids signed up or young people signed up to speak today.
We do. We've got 54 kids from 17 counties from all across eastern South Dakota. The kids range in age from 8 all the way through 19. And if they are 8 to 13 years of age, they're considered a junior speaker. If they are 14 to 19, they are considered a senior speaker.
So, a lot of us have heard of Character Counts, and maybe some of us know a little bit about it, but tell us a little bit about Character Counts.
Yes, Character Counts has been around for a while. And there's a gentleman by the name of Michael Josephson, who's out in the California area. He's an attorney. And back in about 1996, when he was practicing as an attorney, he'll tell you that it bothered him a bit that people, attorneys and business people, didn't always have the kind of ethics that maybe you would like to see in people. And he decided at that time that he wanted to have an organized world for his kids in terms of the 6 pillars of Character Counts. He came up with trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, caring, fairness, and citizenship. And he thought, if he could work in those qualities, start with the Californians and get people on board with Character Counts, then he would take this thing nationwide. So he did take it nationwide in about 1997. He sent somebody to Sioux Falls to train a bunch of folks from nonprofits and schools, and so we started taking the curriculum into schools and places around the Sioux Empire back in about 1997.
So is there any sort of an affiliation still with 4-H then?
The affiliation with 4-H would be the fact that the 4-H Foundation brought Character Counts, brought the training aspect into South Dakota back in '97.
Well, the two have almost a perfect fit because it seems to me like they stand for pretty much the same exact thing.
Yeah, and we would like to think that our South Dakota 4-Hers are kids of character, and that the leaders that are working with them, they are trying to impart upon those young people the qualities of character. And when you talk about character can mean different things to different people, but again, when you take those 6 pillars of Character Counts, it kind of defines what type of character we're looking for in our young people.
So how does Character Counts work in South Dakota?
Again, Character Counts started back in about '97, and at that time it was kind of a grassroots movement. There were lots of schools that sent their educators to us to be trained in the 6 pillars. There was an actual curriculum developed by Michael Josephson, and he has a place called the Josephson Institute, and so somebody can go online, put in Character Counts, and they will pull up the national website, and they can see what kind of curriculum there is out there in terms of books or DVDs, opportunities. We're also blessed here in South Dakota. We have, right in Sioux Falls, we have Sioux Empire Character Counts. And so if there's a school that would like to engage in those 6 pillars, we're right here in the back door to come on out and help them develop a Character Counts curriculum. We also have a state director, Carolyn Farron, who's out of Aberdeen, and if somebody in northern South Dakota wants to get involved, or the middle of the state somewhere, they can engage and they can get a hold of Carolyn, and she can come in and do a training for them.
So basically, how does that work then? Say I'm a superintendent of school or a principal and I want to bring that into my school. What would be the steps required to do that?
Yeah, again, I think a great way to do that would be get on the website and try to find out as much as you can about Character Counts and what the 6 pillars are all about. And then when you've got your education on the front end taken care of, they can call folks like myself, Phil Olson. They can contact Sioux Empire Character Counts here in Sioux Falls, or they can contact our State Director, Carolyn Farron. We can talk about some training opportunities. If it's a school that would like to engage fully, we'd like to train all the teachers kindergarten through 6th grade at an elementary school. And that's the best way to get that thing off the ground, is to train a core group of people that are all pulling the same direction, talking the same language.
Do you work with organizations other than schools?
Yeah, 4-H certainly is engaged today with this public speaking contest that we have going on. All of the kids were asked to have an element of the character counts in their speeches today. So these kids have heard of character counts probably through their school, through their community. Some of them have had a little more information than others perhaps. Some of them maybe had to research it a little bit today before they came in and did their speeches. But the common thread is a character counts theme to their speech.
So how then is the speaking contest going to be arranged, and how is that going to operate?
This is our 10th annual public speaking contest here at the Sioux Empire Fair. We'd like to think we're fairly organized with it at this point. It has been an Eastern South Dakota project. Our friends out West Region, West River, are asking about getting a contest going for them, and we just need a couple of generous sponsors to step forward to say, yeah, we'd like to sponsor that event. So Eastern South Dakota has been involved for 10 years, and we have 54 kids this year. We have 17 counties represented. All of our club leaders, our 4-H families, they all got a message on their email, talked about the program. So if anybody in Eastern South Dakota that's a 4-H member wanted any information, it was right at their fingertips.
Well, fantastic. Well, we're going to be there at least to get the finals. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of footage of the preliminaries. And what sort of acknowledgement then did the winners of the competition get?
We're in a very good position with our contest here locally. Our biggest sponsor here has been First Premier, and they offer some CDs, cash CDs, which we like to call scholarships actually, that these kids, a lot of them are thinking about college or moving on to college. So if you're the top senior speaker, you might be 16, 17 years of age. If you win the contest, it's a $1,000 CD or scholarship. The second place would be a $500 CD. In our juniors area, if you're the top junior, it's a $500 CD, and second place would be $250. The finalists all receive a very nice plaque, acknowledgement for their efforts. Even the individual 54 kids that are speaking in the preliminaries this morning, they receive a cash allowance of $20 to spend at the fair today. So every kid gets some kind of a little award for their time and effort here at the fair today.
That is a generous sponsorship by First Premier then, isn't it?
Yep. And then we've also got generous support from the good folks with Sioux Empire Character Counts. Rich Jensen and Janice Stabner, for instance, have been here today helping us get our 6 speaking areas set up. So they're kind of the legs on the ground to really get this thing going. The good folks out of the chamber who are sponsoring this ag lunch today, all of our people are going to eat for free because of the ag lunch today as well. And so we're blessed to have some good people and sponsors around us. And the 4-H Foundation, which I work for, is a part of this leg as well. And they support this as well.
Well, Phil, I think we've covered quite a lot of ground this morning. Is there anything that we forgot to talk about?
Well, I just would encourage anybody in the future. We're right around the same time every year with our program, August 7th or 8th. And would love to have anybody come out and watch the kids do the public speaking during that time at the Sioux Empire Fair.
Fantastic. Well, if they want to get a hold of you, then how do they find the website, and how do they get a hold of somebody?
I'm pretty straightforward. It's philip.olson@sdstate.edu is how they can reach me. They can go on our website with Sioux Empire Character Counts. If they just put in Sioux Empire Character Counts, our phone number will pop up here locally. If they put in South Dakota Character Counts, they'll get the state website, and they shouldn't have any problem finding us once they have the website.
Well, fantastic. Well, Phil, thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning. Can't wait to see your speakers in action today, and thanks very much for what you're doing for the future of South Dakota.
Thank you very much.